Welcome back. Today, I'm about to show you some of the most unbelievable coins in American history, coins so rare that their prices are being reported in millions of dollars. And the scariest part, these coins are hiding in plain sight. People unknowingly spend them every single day. They sit quietly in pockets, old jars, forgotten drawers, and worn-out wallets, and one small mistake can cost you the most expensive loss of your life. These are not just old coins. These are life-changing American coins. Today's focus includes legendary coins like the Eisenhower dollar, minted in the 1970s. At first glance, it looks ordinary. But certain years, rare mint marks, silver compositions, and minting errors turn this common-looking coin into a collector's dream. Some Eisenhower dollars were struck in 40% silver, while others contain dramatic errors like double die strikes, off-center designs, missing or incorrect mint marks, and rare proof varieties. Because of these mistakes, collectors are willing to pay thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in extreme cases, millions of dollars. Every single day, people unknowingly spend these historic coins at face value, not realizing they're holding a piece of American history worth more than gold. There could be a rare coin hiding in your home right now, inside an old wallet, at the bottom of a drawer, or mixed in with everyday change. Before you ignore that old American coin, take a closer look. Check the year, check the mint mark, check the condition, because one small coin could completely change your life. Coin number 1. This is the coin most people look at and instantly say, "Ah, it's just a common coin." But that belief right there is the exact trap that's causing people to silently lose fortunes every single day. Today we're talking about the 1976 USA bicentennial coin. A coin that looks innocent, ordinary, and completely forgettable. This is the same coin your grandparents once used without thinking twice. It sat in pockets, drawers, and wallets, spent again and again. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because while millions of people treat it like loose change, collectors see something very different. This coin was created to celebrate 100 years of American independence, with the iconic 1776 to 1976 design that marks a historic moment in U.S. history. Now here's where things get interesting. Certain bicentennial coins, especially those with the P mint mark, struck in strong condition or containing rare minting errors, have quietly become modern treasures. These coins carry a classic copper-nickel composition, weigh approximately 5 grams, and measure about 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a thick, solid edge that gives them a distinctive feel. At first glance, it looks like just another old American coin, but look closer. Some examples show double-die details, unusual strikes, proof-like surfaces, or other rare mint variations that collectors aggressively search for. And because of these small differences, a coin once worth a single dollar can suddenly be worth thousands. And in rare cases, even more. Every single day, people unknowingly spend these coins, not realizing they're holding a piece of American history that could have changed their financial future. That's why experts always say, never ignore an old American coin. Check the date, check the mint mark, check the condition. Because what looks like spare change today could be a life-changing coin tomorrow. So the next time you come across a 1976 American coin, don't dismiss it as ordinary. That common coin might be your hidden treasure. Coin number 2. And the moment you hear 1971D, most people immediately think, oh, that's just a common Eisenhower dollar. But stop right there, because this coin is anything but common. Now take a close look at this image. Look carefully at Eisenhower's head. Do you see it? You can clearly see the full outline of Eisenhower, running straight through Eisenhower's own head. That's not a shadow, that's not camera glare. That is a double strike error. This coin was struck twice by the minting press, and the second strike landed directly on top of the first one, creating a visible second outline inside the portrait. Because of this error, the design looks cut off, the portrait appears distorted. The details don't line up correctly, and the coin instantly becomes a collector's dream. Now let's focus on one very important detail, the eyes. On a normal Eisenhower dollar, the eyes have clean, sharp lines, giving Eisenhower that strong, eagle-like look. But on this coin, those two lines are missing, and that is a huge clue. It tells us the coin was not struck properly, the design was interrupted, and part of the original image was literally erased by the second strike. That's how experts know this is a real mint error, not damage and not wear. Now flip the coin over to the reverse side. Here's where it gets even more interesting. You'll notice the difference between a common reverse eagle and what collectors call the friendly eagle reverse. When you compare them, the eagle's position looks different. Wing details may appear softer or misaligned. The lettering can look slightly off. And collectors love these differences. Now let's talk about value. Because this is where things get shocking. A normal 1971 Eisenhower dollar, worth about $1, maybe $2. But this coin, because of the double strike error. One example graded mint state 66, sold for over $750. Other verified sales have reached $500, $900, even over $1,400. And yes, you'll hear stories online claiming prices like this moment, here 1978 worth. Value highlight, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar may look like an ordinary coin, but in reality, its value in the market is making waves. If you own this special coin, its price can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions. This coin gives you a chance at financial success and could potentially make you a millionaire. Mint to 20 SEK special features. History. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar holds a unique place in American coin history. Especially the proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, bearing an S mint mark, are considered extremely valuable. Mint 310 SEK. Call to action. Where to find? You can find this coin through specialized collectors or historical coin dealers, and if purchased at the right time, it can become the crown jewel of your collection. Those numbers are exaggerated, but what's not exaggerated is that this error coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now here's another bombshell. Some 1971 Eisenhower dollars were struck in silver, made specifically for collectors. So if your coin feels heavier than normal, has a bright silver color, shows a double strike error, you could be holding a serious hidden treasure. This is why coin collectors always say, never judge a coin by its face value. A $1 coin can turn into a life-changing discovery if you know what to look for, so check your old coins. Look closely at your Eisenhower dollars. Examine the portrait, the eyes, the eagle, and the alignment. Because you never know, the next rare error coin could be sitting in your pocket right now. This moment right here could change everything. The 1970 Eisenhower dollar looks ordinary. Heavy, silver-looking, forgotten in drawers. But what if I told you one version of this coin shocked collectors worldwide, and its value climbed close to $12 million? Most people already spent it without knowing what they had. Topic 2. History and why it matters. 20 to 45 SEK. This coin was minted in 1977 at the Denver Mint, honoring President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a war hero, a leader, and a symbol of American power. It was one of the last large US dollar coins ever produced, which already makes it special in American history. Topic 3. The rare error that changed everything. 45 to 120. Here's where things get serious. A very rare error version of the 1970 Eisenhower dollar exists, with wrong metal composition, die errors, and strike anomalies. Some experts believe experimental plankets were used by mistake. Only a handful are known, and collectors will pay anything to own one. Topic 4. Why one reached $12 million. 120 to 145. One perfect condition error coin, combined with extreme rarity and mystery, triggered a bidding war among elite collectors. Private sales don't always go public, but insiders confirmed valuations near $12 million, not because of silver, but because of history, error, and scarcity. Topic 5. Final warning and call to action. 1:45 to 2 o'clock. So before you ignore that heavy dollar coin again, check the year. Check the mint mark -1977D. Look for errors. Look closely, because fortunes aren't always found underground. Sometimes they're already in your hands. This is the last 5 coin, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar. If you have one of these large dollar coins lying around, you'll want to inspect it very carefully. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin, but some of these can be extremely valuable if they are in exceptional condition. Even small details like the mint mark or finish can make a huge difference in its worth. Mint to 30 SEK, value and grading. These coins are sometimes referred to as like dollar coins, and certain graded versions can be incredibly valuable. Keep in mind, many of these coins are very common and may only be worth their face value of $1. However, if your coin is in pristine condition, or if it has an error or unique feature, the value can skyrocket dramatically, making it a prized piece for collectors. Mint 330 SEK example and market. For example, a 1972 dollar Type 1 in mint state recently sold for around $7,500. That's over $7,000 for a coin that, in the wrong condition, could have been worth only a single dollar. This demonstrates just how critical it is to study coin grading and understand the market before making any decisions about buying or selling. Mint for 20 SEK, call to action and conclusion. If you want to learn more about coin grading or collecting, the 1972 dollar coin, due to its rich history, has become extremely valuable today. This is not just an ordinary dollar coin, but a true treasure that could change your entire life. If you own this coin, it has the potential to make you a millionaire. Check out our other videos and links in the comments for coin collecting supplies. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video, and stay tuned for more insights into rare and valuable coins.